Hello, everybody. Welcome to all of you good people. Welcome to Betway's Weighted to Win on this Sunday race meeting. We're out at Scottsville, Hollywood Bet Scottsville, that is, in Maritzburg, and look forward to an 8-race program. Gary John Citron is on the line. He'll join us and take us through the Sunday afternoon preview. Reminder about Betway being our sponsor. And they remind you too about snapping away at that QR code to open up your Betway account. They pay for your winning tax. If you win $100, you collect 100. There's no 6% deduction. And also remind you about the turnover, that you will have an inflated balance come the new month, as with every time you have a bet. So it is charged up to your account. It's very, very interesting. If you don't have an account, best you open now. Now, Michael Miller's always got a very strong hand when it comes to babies. He's got the 8 to 10 favourite here and Hold the Key. He's had the one start to date, Gary John, and perhaps from a bipod perspective, maybe safe enough.
Morning, Clyde. Yes, I definitely have to agree. I banked and Hold the Key in my bipod. I was very impressed on its debut. It showed a lot of toe. And I feel that having the one run under the belt might play into its hands. I mean, for the bipod, it just has to run in the top two. Doesn't have to win it. So I'm sure this horse is good enough in this field to run in the top two. As you can see, Miller holds a strong hand here. If you might want to add one more, maybe the 3 Blackjack Randall, but I've gone for the kill and banked and Hold the Key. And I'm also pretty sure Tristan had choice for which one to ride over here, and he's normally on the fancied runner.
Okay, thanks, Gary John. We'll take a look at the recommended bipod here, starting race number 1. Okay, back with us. Welcome. Second race on the card. Just some comments on the babies. Serpentine Fire, number 3. MJ Udendale, Nice Filly, should need the run. 4 Limelight Legend. Tony Riverland says will be green and need further. Buttercup Baby. Glenn Cotson says no. Well, there's no comment given. Jailhouse Cat will need the experience from Gary Rich. That's number 9 on the card. Well, we have an odds-on favourite in here in Paved with Gold. It's priced up 9 to 10 for the Dean Cannemeyer stable. Craig Zaki riding that. 1 Agrado is the second choice. 19 to 10, the top 2. And then you can get 5 to 1 about that baby, Buttercup Baby. 6 to 1, or 12 to 1 actually, and better the balance. All right, Gary John, which way do we go? Odds on 9 to 10 Paved with Gold or Agrado?
Morning, Clyde. I'm in full force here with number 1, Agrado. I make it the best bet for the day. I think at 19 to 10, it's a really nice price. I don't see it being this price come race time. I think it's going to be a lot shorter. Just going back to its last run, it was a bit slow at the gate, lost 3 lengths. And at the 400 meters, it was 15 lengths behind, and at the finish, only 6 lengths. Plus, it had to switch in. Do yourself a favor, guys, and go watch that replay. This horse should have easily run a clear second and a lot closer. I do know the stable companion was Major Tommy that day, that was back. So maybe they were also a bit soft on this horse first time out. I'm expecting huge improvements. And just speaking on Paved with Gold, the favourites, I do not like this form line. I know there's been a winner out wherever I lay my hat, form line. But that day, I feel that winner could have finished in front of Paved with Gold. I think it's quite a weak form line list. And then just going back to its poly run to McDazzler, there's a line horse with the Grado and Paved with Gold. Mind Map was in there. I do know it was on the poly. Mind Map finished 3.5 lengths in front of Paved with Gold. And on Agrado's last run, Agrado beat Mind Map by a length and a bit. So you're talking like maybe nearly a five length beating, plus Agrado was going well away from Mind Map. So I'm strong in the force with Agrado. I'm backing it and I'm banking it in everything.
Okay, thanks for that, Gary John. Agrado is Gary's play. There's the place accumulator on your screen. Race number 3 on the card now, and this is follow in the box seat podcast maiden plate over 1,200 meters. I must say, I thoroughly enjoyed Warren's interview with Kevin Shea. I watched that twice. Kevin Shea is still a character, absolute character, and so much talent there, unbelievable. Okay, Shezi, all the best to you. Right, let's take a look at the market here. My Boy Lollipop is the horse to beat here. Gavin Lorena's riding that for the Frank Robinson stable. Betway this morning. Remember, we're doing it Friday, so it's quite early. And they've priced it up 13 to 10 favourite. Number 8, Real War, is 2 to 1 second favourite. And then there's a first timer in there from the Dean Cannemeyer stable, World of Hope, where he says, nice type, but might need the run. Priced up 8 to 1. All right, Gary John, are we into my boy Lollipop here?
Yes, I think this is the horse to beat here. Once again, just speaking on my boy Lollipop and Real War. Real War is a tough ride, and they have met to the run to Henry Harvey. And my boy Lollipop did finish in front of Real War. And another thing just to note is that Frank Robinson is having a lot of winners at the moment. And the Cannemeyer yard's been a bit quiet, still quiet in my eyes. Maybe it does turn one of these days. I hope so. But I have to lean towards my boy Lollipop over Real War. I have banked it in my PA and in my pick six. I've gone 2 horses. I've gone Catavar with my boy Lollipop. Like I said, I am brassing Real War. I think these 2 will fight it out. And in my PAs and bar pots, I've banked my boy Lollipop. I definitely think it's going to be first or second. I see the clear danger to it as Catavar. And maybe, if I haven't heard anything about the first timers, but also once again, first timers don't have to be too good to pop up here. But I'm strong in the camps here. My first selection, my boy Lollipop. Second selection, Catavar.
Thanks, Gary John. And as you heard Gary say, we're going both in the pick six here, 1 and 5. So this is a handicap now. It's at the 67 level, fillies and mares, and they'll be going 1950 metres. She's a Bomber, a lightly raced horse. She does look like a hard horse to beat. I'll get Gary John's opinion in a moment. Was an impressive winner of her last start. She turned it on very well over the last couple of 100 metres, and she just won it very, very easily. You'll ask, well, why is Gavin Lorena not riding her? Well, I'd imagine Alison Rice made the decision to rather put the Appy on, claiming the 4 kilos of Apprentice Pillay, take the 4 kilos off her back, and she carries then 58 kilos, and that I'm sure will be a big help. Is she an outright selection for you, Gary John? She's a Bomber.
Yes, Clyde. I have to lean towards She's a Bomber, especially knowing how it improved over the step up in trip. And I've always known this horse to be a good horse from all the talk and stuff. It was a bit weird that they put the Appy on it because Gavin is 2 from 2 on the horse, which is a slight concern, but obviously taking the -4 off. And the way she won last time was very impressive in my eyes. Now pretty much up against the same sort. I think she's definitely the horse to beat. If you guys are looking to beat it, look at the likes of West Side Story. They run to Lady of Distinction. Mace thinks a lot about this horse. This was a cracking run, and also a horse called Sasha's Dream that's also loved the step up in distance. I think its last run to Miss Platina was quite strong company, but just going back to its maiden, West Side Story does have it held over the 1200. I was looking at the likes of a trifecta, Banker 1 by 3 and 4. Maybe it can pay 15, 20 bucks. It'll cost you 2 rand to take. And I've banked She's a Bomber in everything. I've taken my stand.
Okay, here's your jackpot. We'll put it up on screen now. And in the first leg of the jackpot, we're banking number 1, She's a Bomber. Okay, welcome back. Race 5 is a handicap at the 90 level. It's run over 1,600 metres, should run at about 10 to 3. Early market on the Friday, open race. They got 9 to 2 the field here. 1 Bristol Hercules is 9 to 2. Second choice, number 6, Kitchakel, priced up 9 to 2. 12 Salukwe, who's won, I think, 3 of its last 5 starts, is 5 to 1. And 2 Nocturnal Flight is priced up 11 to 2. One other in single numbers is a horse called Spelling Bee, number 9 on the card. It's priced up at 8 to 1. And they are betting 10 to 1 and better about the balance. Open look to it. That's why they are betting almost 5 to 1 the field. Gary John, I'd imagine you got on horses.
Yes, Clyde. I have loaded in my pick 6 here. I never went field, but I did load. Just speaking on my first 2 choices, Kitchakel and Salukwe, I found it very hard to separate. I do know Salukwe does have Kachako held, but that day did come from quite a long way back. I'm expecting a huge run from this horse, Kachako. And also, once again, Salukwe, 1600, 1950, doesn't really seem to phase this horse. And the way it's been winning, you've got to respect it. But one thing just to note, I do know it was a poly run on the 30th of Jan, coming off the rest of the Gravel poly over the 1800. Lodato did beat Salukwe, but that was on the poly. I do know Lodato's coming off a huge layoff, but it wouldn't surprise me to see this horse pop up Lodato and get the hat trick right. Pullan and the jockeys in very hot form, in my opinion. And just speaking on the likes of Bristol Hercules, must go in, and maybe another horse lurking in the pack, Liedenberg. But this is a very open race. But I do have preference to Kachako and Salukwe as my top two choices.
Thank you very much, Gary John. There we go. There's a look at the play now for the running of our next race on the card, race 5, a handicap at the 90 level. Staying with the handicaps now at the 88 level. We're going over 1,400 metres out at Hollywoodbets Scottsville. Early market on the Friday has got the following as far as betting is concerned. And Tyrconnell tops the boards at even money. First time at Maritzburg for Tyrconnell. I don't think it's ever been there. Even money favourite, drops in distance, got a serious claim. 6 Voldemort's a second choice at 33-10. Number 3 Teriyaki is at 9-2. And the 1 Beach Palace is at 6-1. You can get 7-1 about 5 Winter Waves and 20-1 about number 7 on the card, Capsaicin. They have scratched number 4 Al Dante. That's not running here. So Tyrconnell's interesting to see what he's going to do at Maritzburg. Gary John, I know you're quite big on Voldemort.
Yes, Clyde. My first choice will be Voldemort. I'm just saying in my pick sixes, I have put Field in this leg. I did find it a little bit open, but I do have some slight preference to Voldemort. It's a nice, versatile horse and enjoys the grass and the poly. And also at Scottsville, it runs. I mean, it does have Winter Waves held, which does have decent form in my opinion, and can definitely pop up in this field. Just one thing that puts me off with Tyrconnell, or two things, is that it hasn't won in 322 days. And also, just every single run, it says here, stayed on respiratory noise, slow respiratory noise. This horse, every run's basically respiratory noise. This horse clearly has breathing problems, which is a slight concern for me. But maybe obviously the drop back to the 1400 might be ideal for it, especially having that problem. But I'm playing to beat it. I really like Voldemort here. And funny enough, my second choice is Beach Palace. Don't leave this horse out. Last 2 runs, it hasn't had the best of draws, 9 out of 11 and 9 out of 9. I also believe it's a better grass horse and will enjoy and seems to be have some decent runs at Scottsville. So I'm looking at this race between 1 and 6. My first choice being the 6, my second choice being the 1, and my third choice here will be Winter Waves, definitely, because it's the closest form line to Voldemort in this field.
All right, let's see how it all plays out. Mr. Schlengo has got the ride now on Voldemort, and he's been riding particularly well. Gary John is siding with that horse as the one to beat, but that's by no means completely race over. There are quite a few that can win. All right, the penultimate of the day. Let's take a look. What have we got here? It's a handicap, 68 level, 1,200 metres. They run them up the straight. Friday with Betway, the market had them as 28-10 about number 1, Stevie G, and 33-1 about number 6, Al Drak as the second favourite. Then 2 Iron World is priced up 9-2, and 6-1 about number 3, 1 Irish Rover. 7 Now I Got You is priced up 7-1. That was on the Friday. And number 4, Another Day in Africa, 8-1. Also 8-1, I can give you about number 9, Wherever I Lay My Hat. And then are there others? There are a couple others, and they're both in the double digits. All right, Gary John, help us out here. What are we doing?
Clyde, my value play comes up in this race. It's number 7, Now I Got You. I really feel that this horse has dropped a lot, dropped way down in class. And it's also, if you go back to its previous form, back in its career, it's run against some really strong individuals. Once again, if this horse comes back to its best, it should blow the field like this away. I see a lot of value in it at 7-1 and 13-10 top three. I'll make a danger another day in Africa because there is a lion horse there. And another day in Africa did run a cracker to Moya Wala Liga, and a horse called Malda Plotter came out to win, which actually beat Now I Got You. I am expecting Now I Got You to maybe finish in front of another day in Africa, even though it is held on form. I also see that JC Boats has been on both horses. I'm not sure if he had choice I actually don't know who would have had choice there between Daryl and JC, but maybe JC did have slight preference. I'm not sure. But I'm definitely in the camp show of Now I Got You. That one run catches my eye quite a lot, the 1,200 meters with Daryl on it to Shnana. There was some really nice sorts in that field that day. And I think if this horse is put in the race today, we could see the real Now I Got You, and expect huge improvement. But I'm strong in the camp show of Now I Got You for top three.
Thank you for that, Gary John. Okay, so Naty Kotson and Daryl Daniels team up. Now I Got You's dropped in the ratings and may well be the value horse in the race. All right, we can try and get some money in that last race today. It's a 1,000-meter sprint, so over before you know it's a handicap, and it's at the 80 level, and I should run it around 25-5. Market, let's get a guide. What were they thinking on Friday morning? Well, 5-1 the field. It does have that open look to it, really. Number 4, Future Flow, is top of the boards at 5-1. Joint with the 7, Cold Shine. 5, Intrepid, 11-2, third favourite, with number 9, 21 May, priced up 11-2. 6-1, number 2, Amma. 10-1, about 3 on the card in Dhaka. And then you can get 10-1 about number 8, Kalahari Roller. And then after that, double figures about the others. So it's that kind of race where you can get some money, I don't know, out of trifectas, maybe quartets. Gary John, what do you recommend?
Cloud, I've opted for an exacta box here, 5, 6, 7, and 9. It will cost you 12 Rand. Just speaking on my first choice here, it will be 21 May. I do know Cold Shine does have it held early in its career, but I'm willing to think that 21 May has come on from that. And I was really impressed with this last start where it ran just behind Master Bling. This horse never gave up until the finish line. It actually looked like it was going to hold on for a second, but just got nabbed late. So this will definitely be my first choice. That's a nice, speedy individual. My second choice here will be number 6, Fine One. I'm willing to ignore its last run. I actually really fancied it the other day when it ran. I made it a good thing. I don't know what happened to it. But just going back to its Gravel run, coming off a race to Jet Legacy from a bad draw. If it repeats that run, it's going to be right up there. And my third choice here will be Intrepid. Obviously, 21 May did finish in front of Intrepid on that Gravel run on the 1st of November. Intrepid was catching. But I'm starting to think that that's Intrepid. Intrepid might be slightly better at Gravel and not Scottsville. So yes, and just going and then my fourth choice here will be number 7, Cold Shine. Obviously was rated once in his career. I'm not sure what's gone wrong with it, but on the Gravel run, Cold Shine. Fine One does have Cold Shine held on that run to Jet Legacy. And obviously, Fine One was coming off a rest. But let's just hope Fine One can run in the top 2. It will make this exacta pay with one of the others.
Yeah, thanks, Gary John. Okay, let's get that exacta on. Box 'em 5, 6, 7, and 9.